Let's start from the beginning. Now, that question is a continuation of our ABC, activity-based costing. But we are looking at the traditional method now, using that question, having looked at activity-based costing, how we use activity and the cost driver to, apportion overhead. Apportion overhead. We now want to use the traditional method to open an account as a management accountant or cost accountant. Mostly we don't have the actual information like the financial accountant does in preparing his cost ledger. So management accountant also prepares cost ledger. That is what we intend to do this morning. So what I'm saying is that we are going to work together to apportion these overheads to the various cost ledger and see how we derive our profit in the management accountant department. Because we are going to use overhead absorption rate to apportion the various cost ledgers, work in progress, and the rest. Our profit might be a little bit different from that of what's it called? Accountants. Why? Because the accountant has the actual performance of the activity for that period. But we just use our overhead absorption rate, the overhead that we budgeted or that we got from standard costing. We use it to absorb into production. So we'll try as much as possible to know where we have under and over absorption. And that will solve the problem between the actual performance and the budgeted or predetermined performance. When I say predetermined, I mean standard costing performance. When we use standard costing method or budget, there is always a difference between the overhead absorption and the actual costs, historical costs that the financial accountant uses for his financial statement. The difference will always be over and under absorption. So I will want you to read the question starting from "you are required."
You are required. Write up the overhead accounts for each production department. For period VI, for period 6, showing the disposition of any under or over absorption. B. State the factors which give rise to the under or over absorption. C. Analyze the under or over absorption under the heading you have stated in the answer to B. Then
go
question,
to the
Solo
body.
Limited Company has two production departments, namely machining and fishing, and two service departments, namely maintenance and material handling department. The overhead budget for 4-week period are 15,000 naira for machining department and 10,000 naira for fishing department. The machining department overhead is absorbed on the machine hour basis. 300 per period, and finishing department overhead absorbed on the basis of direct labor are 3,000 per period. In establishing the overhead budget of the production department, service department costs have been dealt with as follows. Maintenance department, 60% to machining department, 30% to finishing department, and 10% to material handling. Material handling, 30% to machining department, 50% to finishing department, 20% to maintenance department. During the period 6, the machining department was in operation for 530 hours, and the number of direct labor hours worked by finishing department personnel was 5,100. Overhead incurred during the period 6 was as follows. We have machining, finishing, maintenance, material handling. For materials, we have 22,000 for machining, 23,000 for finishing, and we have 11,000 for maintenance and 1,200 for material handling. Labor, we have 23,000 for machining, 19,900 for finishing, 22,000 for maintenance, and 3,000 for material handling. Other allocated costs, we have 12,600 for machining, 2,400 for finishing, 3,800 for maintenance, 3,600 for material handling. But sir, this question does not look like ABC. It's not ABC that this question is like.
What I said we are using traditional method now of apportionment. Now ABC said activity based, but the traditional method said overhead absorption rate. Last time I told you when we were doing the ABC that ABC is just an improvement on the traditional method, which is demand pull, P-U-L-L. Why the ABC is a what's it called? P-O-O-L. Demand pull. You pull it as you gather water. You gather the cost together. Then you now share based on the activity. We did a question on that. But this one is asking us to use the conventional method, which is the traditional method of apportioning overhead. So you will see the way we will apportion this overhead to 0. The interpretation is that you have 2 production departments and 2 servicing departments. The 2 production departments is the machining and finishing, while the 2 services department is the maintenance and material handling. They are support department production. But to be able to get your unit costs or of a product, you have to allocate or apportion, share the service department to the production department. And now we are told how to share the maintenance department, the servicing department, to the machine department, finishing department, and material department will also take part of it. This is known as the continuous method of apportioning overhead. We call it the continuous method of apportioning overhead. First of all, apportion to material handling, which is also a servicing department. Then you now apportion the material to maintenance department, that is also a services department. Then you now apportion like that, you continue like that, to finish that of the service department and only retain part of the production department. Do you understand the difference now? Acknowledge, please. Acknowledge, please. Do you understand? Okay. So now, the first thing we need to do is to know the overhead absorption rate for the servicing department. We were given their budgeted overhead. For machining and finishing department, what is the cost per hour to apportion the production overhead to the production department, which is machining and finishing department? And how do we go about that? If you look at your, let's start with the overhead absorption rate. Overhead absorption rate of machining. What's the budgeted overhead? Budgeted overhead over budgeted hours. Also, the total budgeted hours or the budgeted absorption rate. That will be budgeted hours. Total budgeted hours. So what is the budgeted overhead for machine?
$15,000. Yes, ma'am.
15,000. Then what is the budgeted hours?
300.
It's in that question. That's 15,000 naira over 300 hours. That would be how much? That's 50. 50 naira per hour.
15 naira.
50 naira per hour. That would be 50 naira per hour. Now, what's the overhead absorption rate for finishing department?
10,000.
That will be the same formula. So what's the budgeted overhead, total budgeted overhead of finish is in the question.
10,000.
10,000 naira. 10,000 naira. What is the total hour? The total hour.
1,000.
Sorry, 3,000. So that will be 3 in 10.
That's
3.
3.33.
33 kobo. 3 naira, 33 kobo per hour. 3 naira, 33 kobo per hour. This is the traditional method. where we look at demand pool, PUL, not the ABC, where we look at, is it 10,000? I think it's 10,500.
It's 10,000.
It's 10,000, not just 10,000. Look at your question.
It's 10,000 that is in the question.
Okay, please change it to 10,500. Change it to 10,500. It's typographical error. So what do we? Now we have cost allocation and apportionment. Apportionment. Cost allocation and apportionment. We have machining. We have finishing. These are the two production departments. Then we have material and material and are you seeing my writing? Can you make out what I am writing on the board? Hello.
It's okay.
So we have now we have direct overheads that we are given in that question. We have direct overhead that we are given in that question for material, labor, and other allocated costs. When they say allocated, what they are trying to tell you that they are directly allocated. So they are variable costs. It's variable costs that you can identify. You allocate to the cost center. This variable cost you can identify that you allocate to cost center. Are you following me? So under machining, we have materials. They are in naira. Now we have materials, which are the direct cost, variable cost, the direct cost. Let me call them DC, the direct cost. Materials. What's the figure under machining?
22,000.
Yes? This is your
22,000.
question. 22,000. 22,000. Finishing.
23,000.
23,000. Maintenance.
11,000.
11,000. Maintenance. 11,000. Then the last one. Material handling. 1,200. Then after material, you have labor. Labor. Machining for labor, 23,000. 23,000. For finishing, 19,900. Maintenance, you have 22,000. Material, you have 3,000. 3,000. Then other allocated costs. Others. Under machining, you have 5,600. Finishing, you have 2,400. Maintenance, you have 3,800. 3,800. Then material handling, you have 3,600. 3,600. Now, overhead. The overhead. But let's get the total first before we allocate or apportion the overhead. Let's get the total. That's total direct cost. I know we have 0, 0, 6, 7, 57,600. I have 0, 0, 3, carry 1, 15, carry 1, 45. Maintenance. I have 0, 0, 8, 5, 6. I have 3. This is the total direct cost for machining 57,600, for finishing 45,300, for maintenance department 36,800. Then for material handling we have 7,800 naira. This is the direct cost. Now, the next thing to do is to redistribute the service department cost as provided in the question. For maintenance department 60, 30, 10. Material handling 30%, 50%, 20%. So we will go ahead and do that distribution very soon. So what we are going to do is to apportion maintenance cost 60, 36,800 by kneeling it off. And that will be 60%, 30% ratio, 60%, 30%. Machining is 60%. So material handling is 10% of this is 3,680. 3,680. 10% of maintenance cost to material handling is 3,680. Then 30% and 60%. Give me 60% of 36,800. Figure
22,018 naira.
32,000.
22,018 naira.
And 18 naira. 32,018 naira.
22,018 naira.
And 18 naira. The balance should go to finishing. What's the balance? Which is 30% of this. Figure.
For 30%, 11,040 naira.
11,040 naira. If you add the three together, it should give you 36,800. Now, the next step is to, apportion material handling. And that will be 11,480, which is the total. Confirm. And that should be apportion 30, 50, 20.
Oh, real.
30, 30, 50, 20. You're saying you didn't see it. It's in your textbook. Now, the total of material handling is 11,480. That is the addition of 7,8 plus the apportioned one that came from the 10% apportioned from maintenance, 3,680. If you add them together, it should give you 11,480. Confirm. Confirm that is correct. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, we want to apportion it 30, 50, 20. What is 30, 50, 20? 30, 50, 20. 20% of 11,480 should give me 2296. I think I'm correct. 2296. Confirm. 2296. Then 50%, which is finishing, should give me 11,480 divided by 2. That should give me 5,740. I think I'm correct. Confirm. What's the difference? Figure. Give me 30% of
30% of 1,480.
Yes.
That's
30% of 114. Sorry?
That's 3444.
3444. 3444. Okay.
So I can't see the board.
We have to apportion.
I can't see the board properly.
Can you see it now?
No.
Okay, you didn't see that side.
Exactly.
You didn't see the machine inside. Can you see it now?
I can see it now.
Okay. 3444. The addition of the 3 should give us 11,480. Now we have to apportion that of maintenance again because there's a figure there. Is that not so? There's a figure there. We have 2296 in jacket. 2296. And that will be apportioned using 60, 30, 10. The 10% of maintenance 2296 we go to where? It will go to material handling. So what that will be 230. That will be 230. 30% of 2296. Sorry?
Go ahead, sir. You approximated.
Yes, I approximated. Beautiful. Brilliant student. Continue. 30% of 2296. We go to finishing. What's 30% of 2296? Figure. Wow.
1377.6.
Something.
77.6.
1377. Are you
Point six.
sure?
Point six.
1377. That's 1377. Are you sure? 1377.6. That's 8. Let's say 1338. That's the balance. 60% of 2296. Calculate 30% of this again. It's not 13. It's not 13. I disagree. 30% of 2296 is not 1396.
That 1378 is for machining, not for finishing. It's for machine.
You would have told me machine now, machining. You
See
didn't
the
say
board.
so.
I'm just calling the first one. The first percentage is 60%. So the 60% is 178.
I know. That's why I said it can't be for finishing. It's finishing I asked for 30%. But give me the balance now, 30%. It should be 6 something.
88.8.
It should be 6. Eh?
688.8.
It should be what? 638.
688.8.
That will be 688. We can't approximate it because if we do, we'll end up having 2297. So this one should remain like this. It's either we approximate the one that is higher, which is 0.8. This is 0.7. We leave this one as 7. Then we leave this one as 9. Because this is 0.8, this one is 0.7. So we leave this one as it is. We don't approximate it upward, but we can approximate finishing, which is 0.8. 0.8 is higher than 0.7. Then we apportion this one 230. That will be 30 ratio 50 ratio 20. 230, 20% of 230 will give us 46. I know that one. I can see it. 46. 50% of 230 will give us 115. 50% of 230 will give us 115. The balance is 30%. The balance is 30%. I hope I'm correct. Confirm this my calculation. I'm calculating it from my brain. Confirm.
I cannot see the total of what is on maintenance, so I cannot calculate.
Okay. I said now. You should write it as you are calculating. 230 is there. You are not writing. As I'm writing on the board, you are writing through and calculating at the same time. Because I am calculating and writing at the same time. I want you to do the same that I'm doing. As I'm writing on the board and calculating and directing you, I want you to be doing the same. That's how to work together. It's interactive. So you'll be interacting with me, writing, discussing, and I think it's 69. Confirm.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. Now, apportion 46. I give the figure. You are going to do that yourself. Apportion 46. Maintenance. 60, 30, 10. I know this one is fine.
Machining 28.
Machining is what?
28.
Machining 30 or 31?
28. It's 14, not 15. No. Finishing is 14, not 15.
Okay, man. And that's why I want you to do it now. Difference of one. I can give the one to machining. What it means is that this one will be 29, I mean 31 or 29. 29 plus 14, that is what? 43, 43, right?
It's
48. It's too much.
28.
No. 28. Figure. 60%.
28.
28 plus this.
How much are you?
28 plus 14 give me 42. 42 plus 5 will give me 47. So it's not this. So this one should be 4. This one should be 4 to give me 46. 28 plus 28. This is 4. 18. 18 plus 28 give me 46. Hello.
I'm with you, sir.
This one 4. Apportion it 4.
Thank you.
Apportion it 4. That is 30, 30, 50, 20. 20% of 4.
1.
0.8. 1. 50% of 4. 2. 30% of 1 point something. 1. 1, 2, 1. We give you 4. 1 plus 2, 3. Plus 1, 4. Then this one, we apportion this one. 60, 30, 10. 10% of 1 is 0. 0 point, it's not even up to 1. 30% of 1, 0.3. Abi? And we are not using 0.3. Then the 1 will give it to machine, which is 60%. Are we true? Yes. This one has become 0, 0. So we have apportioned all the cost of the sales department to the production department. We now add up the total amount of production department that we will use to prepare our ledger, that we will use to prepare our ledger account. Are we there? So, what is total cost? What is total cost?
84,600.
Eh?
84,600.
No, don't add this thing into. Don't add the direct cost to it. The direct cost stands on its own. Oh shit. Error. Hey. We apportion the direct cost of maintenance